Muscle fat analysis parameter makes it simple to get a good general idea about their current overall body composition and what changes they need to make. Let us first see the three components of this parameter. First is the total body weight. Second is skeletal muscle mass. This is the total weight of one's skeletal muscle. These are the muscles that can be grown and developed through exercise. Unlike lean body mass, which includes everything that isn't body fat, you can view an increase in skeletal muscle mass as actual muscle gain. Third component is the body fat mass. This is how much body fat one has and combines both the surface level and internal fat. The muscle fat analysis also tells you whether you have a healthy balance of skeletal muscle mass and body fat mass in respect to his or her weight. It is important to know how to read the numbers at the top. The 100% mark as well as all the percentage marks are all based on what is considered normal for an individual of specific height one gives when he or she takes test. The markings above the bar graph allows you to compare your client to others of the same height and gender. While the healthy range varies as shown above, 100% designates the average for individuals with the same height and gender. So if the weight bar extends to 130%, this would mean that the person who you are testing is 30% above average. Similarly, if your client's weight bar extends to 70%, this would mean that your client has 30% less mass than is considered normal for their height. Muscle fat analysis are arranged in such a way as to make it simple and easy to make general observations about your client's body composition. You do this by forming one of the three shapes by connecting the end points of the weight, skeletal muscle mass, and body fat mass bars. A C-shaped individual has a shorter bar length for SMM than for weight and body fat mass. Although this is characteristic of someone who is overweight or obese, you may see this shape in someone who is normal or underweight too. An I-shaped individual has a balanced body composition, meaning their weight, skeletal muscle mass, and body fat mass bars roughly form a straight line. Although people with this body composition are often at a healthy weight or body fat percentage, they can still have health risk if they have too much body fat. A D-shaped person has a longer SMM bar than both their weight and body fat bars. This is indicative of an athletic body type and is considered to be the ideal body composition shape. These are the 5 things you should know about muscles and fats. Muscle isn't only for strong body. Many people think that muscle gain is only necessary if you're an athlete. Why should you need to be stronger if you're not a competitive athlete? Not everyone needs to fight off an opposing defensive back or wants to be muscular, but everyone needs to be able to fight off infection. There's 2 types of fat and one is really danger. According to Harvard University, fat mass and particularly visceral fat, which is belly fat, can have significant negative effects on your health. Over time, visceral fat can lead to developing serious diseases like cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes. For skinny fat individuals, they may not be aware their high visceral fat level puts them at risk for these diseases because visually they look healthy in comparison to obese individuals. In actuality, they share similar health risks. Fortunately, working to reduce fat mass in your body can help reduce some of these harmful effects visceral fat can have. Lean mass isn't the same as muscle. Many people equate muscle mass with lean mass, which is only partially correct. Muscle doesn't become fat. Although your body is an amazing machine, there is no process by which your body converts muscle to fat. Being skinny isn't great if you have no muscle. Just because someone looks like a runway model doesn't mean they are healthy. In fact, it is often the opposite. In some cases, people who strive to be skinny, like runway models for instance, become so excessively skinny that they become severely underweight, lose a significant amount of lean mass, and develop conditions like anorexia. It was for this reason, in particular, that the French government imposed a ban on hiring runway models with BMIs of less than 18 in 2015.